to Lifetime Gym, the only gym class where participants become less in shape the longer they take it. I'm Audrey Levinson, your host today, and today we will be exploring the various units that students put themselves through in the name of obtaining a physical education requirement to graduate. But first, a word from our sponsor, Apple. iPhones are used more in this class than on any other place on Earth, so Apple has generously made a donation for us today. Let's begin in the blue gym, where our students are participating in, well, this sign says yoga, but it looks like these students are just staring blankly at the ceiling. Let's take a look at some of our students.
I can hear the germs growing on this yoga mat right now.
Legend has it that these mats have been used since the dawn of time. Mr. Kelly told me they were older than the pyramids of ancient Egypt.
Up next, we have the fitness center, where you're bound to hear the absolute juiciest piece of gossip known to mankind, told by someone doing a bad job of pretending to exercise.
Did you know the PMHS 2023 decisions account is actually run by Mr. Moskowitz?
You shouldn't have heard that. All right, we'll cut that in post. Welcome back. Now let's move into the hallway, where our students are power walking. Excuse me, what are you listening to?
1 hour of silence broken by a loud falling glass bottle, just so I have something to look forward to while I'm doing this.
Oh my God. Thank you. Well, we've had an interesting assortment of sports here today, so I think it's almost time to wrap things up. But before we do, let's take a look at kickboxing, a sport where you will barely lift your feet off the ground while your teacher plays the most insane club bangers you've ever heard in your life.
Let's go, ladies! And you too, Jason, I guess. You're lucky you came on such an energetic day. This is great.
Not to be rude, but would these students actually be able to defend themselves with these kicks?
Try me again and find out.
Woo! Welcome back, friends. Our producers say I only have to do one more sport and then we're done. So, first, a big thank you to our sponsor, Sam Smith, who heard that their song Unholy was played more than 60,000 times in this class this year alone. Now let's head over to what some consider the only real sport that people who play Lifetime Gym will ever play. Let's take a closer look at some of the instruments required to play this. 1. A birdie that's torn in no less than 3 places and has absolutely no aerodynamic capability. 2. A racket that must be missing at least half of its strings. Bonus points if the handle is suspiciously sticky and or falling apart. 3. At least one person who zoned out when the rules were being explained. This person will ask you what score you're playing to at least 400 times every class period. Thank you for your service. We gotta wrap this up. Walk and talk, cameraman. It's been an honor, an emotional roller coaster, but an honor, speaking with you today. Thank you for accompanying me to Lifetime Gym, where the average heart rate of a participant is 12 beats per minute.
Hello, everybody. All right. Today we're going to talk about the Mongols. First, I need to take attendance. Courtney, are you here?
Here.
Bella, are you here?
Here.
Hi, Bella. Chris, are you here? Okay, guess he's still sleeping. John, are you here? Oh, Okay. John and Chris are not here. First, I'm going to show you guys a video reviewing the Ming Dynasty. Hold on, let me just present my screen.
Mr. Moskowitz, we can't hear the video.
What? The video's muted? Okay, hold on. Let me try and figure this out. All right.
We still can't hear it.
All right, let's just move on to notes. The Ming silver market. Spanish silver convoys come from the...
Mr. Moskowitz, you're now presenting.
Moskowitz, you're on mute.
Can't hear you.
All right. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Anybody have any further questions?
Yeah, why did you grade my assignment at 3 a.m.? Why were you awake?
I get up really early, and normally I get up at 5 to grade and to go to the gym. But today I was up at 3 for some reason. Did you guys see the Panthers game last night? No. Oh, it looks like class is over now. I guess we'll pick up from where we were today.
Hello, my name is Mark Berkowitz. I have been principal here at Memorial High School for 3 years now, and it's a magnificent place. We have all these great things. You know, I always represent with my lanyard. Of course, you know, I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to show you a little bit into the teacher experience here at Memorial High School. So come along as I show you how we help our pelicans fly.
We have these meetings once a week. Every week.
Well, before we get into this meeting's agenda, I think it's best we highlight some of the school's better things that happened this quarter. I'd like to start with our amazing science department, who had an astonishing 94 grade point averages this quarter. Cheers.
Why?
to
Thank
our
you, Principal
scientists.
Berkowitz. I would like to say that's due to our hard work on the curriculum and how well it's worked out.
He's absolutely right, and we will surely keep it up.
Gravity! Gravity! Gravity!
To quote the mighty Thanos, I am inevitable.
Shembo's a nerd, and to be real, I think we only got those numbers because everything is open notes. COVID's not completely gone yet.
Well, I'm sure they'll only get better. Let's move over to our math department, well, maybe it's best we move on to our discussion.
Dude, I think we're fine. I'm not a perfect teacher, but a lot of people come to Academy, so that must mean I'm popular.
I do everything I can to make math enjoyable. It's not my fault these kids don't see the joy in trig functions.
Well, unfortunately, today we need to discuss some of our, problems. And to each their own and to each their issues, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm not only here to highlight the bad or say that you need to change, not to say any of you are perfect either. I think all of us have our own issues we could fix, but again, we're doing our best. And of course, that's not to take away from your great skills or any of that, but I'm just relaying that maybe we should...
Mr. Berkowitz, please, we should get started.
Well, I asked around for some students to give me, what their thoughts are on the departments, and there are a few that stuck out to me. For one, I was told the math department is, kind of fraternal.
What? Like fraternal? Dude, no. I like to keep it professional. I just need to, relax a little bit.
Well, I personally don't understand what you mean by that. Listen, I like all my students equally. Of course, some are more talkative than others, though. But of course, I don't pick have any favorites over others.
Hey, Mr. Berkowitz, I had a quick question. Yo, Rob! What's good, man? How you doing? Is everything good? Good. All right, man, you looking good, all right? Yeah. I'm going to stop by the county the other day so I can get you a word of the day, okay?
All right, I'll see you in class.
Keep the family close. You good?
Yeah.
Everyone doing good?
Everyone's great.
Tell the wife I say hi, okay?
Will do.
Bye, everybody.
Man, I love those words of the day.
Well, I'm just going to put my trust in Miss Rod to make sure the math department doesn't have this private club feeling.
I got you. I can't believe he did that. I know. Do you? He did that? Oh, wow. Oh, he's in the 7th period class.
Question?
Well, now let's move on to our wonderful English department. Students have told me that you're just a bit heavy on the work.
Well, it's a rigorous course. What should they expect?
Okay, well, what are you teaching them right now?
Right now, we're doing Romeo and Juliet, and the kids are loving it. And we have a 70-word vocab quiz due tomorrow. Zing!
Okay. Well, what about you, Miss Carney? I know you teach AP courses, so it's a little different.
Right, well, we only do about 4 to 5 books per year, but I try to keep it more analytical.
That sounds great. That's a great way to teach.
Maybe the color red represents, blood.
Yes, nice. You're on the right track. Maybe you should see more about what our author really means. See, the eyes are watching our main characters as they drive a blue car. Eyes in blue, they're two adjacent concepts. So, blue eyes, is that a euphemism or maybe a metaphor for something else? Maybe swimming. Kind of like how Gatsby swims at the end of the story in blue water. See? And think about it, eyes. And that's why the eyes on the billboard are a juxtaposition of sexism and manhood in classic 20s jazz music. AP nuts? What can I say? I love my AP nuts.
Well, okay. Seems now we're on to our historians, and it's mostly positive in recent years, but students say you tend to get a little off track.
Go. Got one. Go.
Well, I don't think so. I think history has a lot of different topics, so we are constantly moving on, and therefore some students can be confused easily. But overall, I think we do a good job in our department.
Okay, good to know. Just making sure I get all of this down. Okay, interesting.
Mr. Berkowitz, as much as we appreciate your feedback, I think we all have our problems.
Oh. Okay, well, what do you mean? Have I overstepped or offended you in any sort of way?
No, actually, I think a lot of people think you care a little too much.
It can be scary at times.
Scary. I don't see how it can be scary.
Is that Omega?
Oh, it's actually Agniega.
I'm sorry?
Agniega?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've been pronouncing it
No,
wrong.
you're good. Okay.
I'm
Bye.
sorry.
No, you're good.